this is what we'll be making today. For this video, we're going to need a hot glue gun, 2 pool noodles, 4 wire hangers, 4 rolls of burlap ribbon or any other kind of ribbon you'd like to use. Maybe less rolls depending on how long they are. These are 9 feet long. And a few things to accessorize with. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is cut the hook off the metal hangers. You're going to cut it here, and then you're going to straighten it and then bend it in half. So it's going to look like this when you're done. And you need to do that to all 4 hangers. Now that I have my hangers straightened and then folded in half, you can see right here, I taped the pointy ends down on one end to the other. So then I'm going to take here and I'm going to put tape here also so that the 2 hangers stay together really well. And if you look, they're kind of staggered. That way it made it just a little bit longer, so there's a little bit more support inside the pool noodle when we get to that step. Okay, for this next step, you're going to take and slide the hanger into the noodle so that this part right here is flush with right there. And then you're just going to take and start bending it. And you kind of want to do it in little pieces so that the whole chunk of metal bends. Otherwise, it just kind of unbends if you just do it in one spot. And then once you're done, you can kind of shape your candy cane the way you want it. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to cut a piece of burlap that's big enough to wrap around the end of your pool noodle, and you're just going to hot glue that on. Right. If your glue gun is like mine, be careful because this gets really hot. I gave myself a blister when I was using it the other day. I'm just going to wrap it on and then press that down onto the noodle. Okay, so my burlap wasn't quite as wide as the pool noodle, so I'm going to go ahead and do 2 of them, one going each direction. That way you don't see the green pool noodle at the bottom of my candy cane. Okay, next we're going to take and glue the burlap strip onto the burlap that we had already glued down. And we're going to let that cool, and we're just going to start wrapping it around. And you're just going to wrap until you get all the way to the end of the candy cane. Okay, so here we have it all wrapped around. Now we're just going to add a little bit of glue to the end of it and glue this piece down. There's a little bit of green noodle that's still showing, but that can be the back of the candy cane, so it's not a big deal. Or I can cut another little piece off and put on there just so it's not as visible. Okay, so here we have a video of both of the noodles wrapped in our burlap. And what I did is I used this, it's a floral wire, but you can use any sort of wire that you may have lying around the house, even another coat hanger if you need to. And I just wrapped it around the 2 to hold them together, and then I just covered it with another piece of burlap. I ran out of the stuff that matches the candy cane, so I just used plain burlap. So the next thing we're going to do is take any sort of decoration or ornament that you have, and we're going to just slide it underneath the burlap and the wire. Like so. A little bit more difficult than I thought it was going to be. Put that snug underneath there. And then if you have the wire cutters that you used earlier for your hangers, you can cut these off right here. Okay, now we have that all snug in there. I cut off the wires, and I also added a little bit of hot glue underneath to just help keep it from moving. Now we're going to show you how to tie the bow that you can put on there.
By wrapping it around. And then tying a knot. And then to make it bigger, wrap it around again. Tie another knot. And then you pull your fingers out and fluff your bow.
Okay, now that your bow is made, all you're going to do is glue it on right up here so that it kind of covers that up and it just looks really cute right there. Next thing we're going to do is make our bows look finished. So you're going to fold it in half, and then you're going to start and you're going to cut from the fold to the edge at a 45-degree-ish angle. I'm just going to cut that off. Then when you unfold your ribbon, it just looks more finished. And then you're going to do that to the other side also. And you want them to be a little even. You can see that this side was a little bit longer, so I'm going to cut more of it off. There we go. And there we go. There's our finished bow. Okay, the last thing we're going to do is we had made another bow, and we're going to tie it to the top of our candy cane, one on each side, so we have something to hang them with. This would be really cute hanging on the front door as a Christmas decoration. And here we have our finished product hanging on the wall. Thanks for watching, guys.